What's up, everyone? Welcome to another new album review. Today, we're going to be talking about an album that not only is kind of a smaller release, but also a debut release, and a release that deals with a subgenre that I don't really talk about that much, but I do enjoy. Today, we're going to be talking about the debut album from the UK industrial metal artist Northman. So Northman, for me, falls squarely in the industrial metal subgenre, but it plays around with a lot of other elements, making it more of a dark industrial alt metal, if you will. First track, which is called Self-Destruct, actually starts off kind of sounding old school death metal-ish before getting into a little more of a straightforward industrial metal sound. But also, there's elements of goth in this album. There's elements of doom. Overall, it's got a gloomy moodiness to it, along with the heaviness. So like I said, this is the debut. It's an album. It's a mini album. It's only 32 minutes long, but that's long enough for me. I don't know why albums got to be a fucking hour long these days. But it's a debut from Northman. And honestly, you look online for information on Northman and where he came from, and you don't really get very much, which is kind of cool. A little bit of a mystery behind the Northman project here. I'm sorry I used the word project. That gives the idea that this isn't anything major, because clearly a lot of work went into this, and it's something that if you're a fan of industrial metal, full stop, like any area of that, this is going to be very pleasing to you. Really, I could take elements of different songs and compare it to industrial metal of the past very easily, really. But that seems kind of redundant with this release, because Northman seems to embrace and celebrate the music that came before it, while also leading the charge to bring it into the future. There are classic sounding elements on here, as well as more modern sounding elements. And honestly, the sonic result here owes a lot to the production of Mr. Jace Lewis, which is kind of where I came in to this release, because Jace Lewis is a UK producer who produced the fabulous comeback Acid Rain album, The Age of Entitlement, and I also reviewed a release he did with Burton C. Bell from Fear Factory for his Ascension of the Watchers album. And really, on all of these releases, and especially on Northman, he finds a way to have a classic sound and a modern sound at the same time with his production style. To be completely honest, I don't see any reason why he doesn't become one of the go-to guys for metal and rock across the board at some point. You heard it here first, folks. But in the end, the production is just supporting the music, and all of this album has a mood that carries out through all of it, but it doesn't just get stuck in doing the same things over and over again. Each of its 6 tracks sound individual from each other while still sounding like a cohesive album. And another really important thing about this album is that it doesn't get so wrapped up in the style. It seems like a lot of these subgenres, industrial metal being a big one, the bands get so wrapped up in sounding like this particular sound that they forget to write interesting songs, and that is not the case on this Northman album. I keep wanting to say EP because it is only 32 minutes long, but it's from everything I've seen written, it's referred to as an album, which is absolutely fine, because 32 minutes, you get everything that you need from what Northman has to offer, and it doesn't overstay its welcome. It feels like an appropriate length, and also it's perfect for repeat listens, and this is a release that benefits from repeat listens. It's got a lot going on sonically, but also it's just got some fucking killer riffs on it, and those I don't know, the really great sort of staccato riffs and drum interplays that you've come to know and love from the industrial metal side of the genre. And honestly, like I said before, if you are a fan of industrial metal, this is right up your alley. Like I said, it does celebrate the past, but it sounds modern. But so if you're into that kind of thing, this is going to be something that you're probably going to want to get your hands on. So I highly recommend listening to this album. It actually comes out next Friday on March 26th. And I believe, I'll put some links down below, but I believe you can also pre-order a vinyl version if it ends up being something that you're really into. But I would say you can go to your Apple Musics and Spotify's and pre-save them and whatever, you know, if anyone knows what that means, then go do it. But yeah, it'll be out next week, and it's 32 minutes of your time, but it's well worth it. And so that's why I'm here telling you about it. Hopefully this is the beginning of a lot of cool shit from Northman, because it, as a debut, it has a lot of promise for where it could go in the future. So there you go. That's all I got for this week's new album review. I hope you enjoyed it. Go check it out. There's some links down below. And as always, I appreciate you guys watching Old Head, the channel, all my shit. If you're brand new to this, go check out some other videos. I do other shit, and some of it's mildly amusing. Anyway, that's all I got for today. I'll see you all again very soon.